So if I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and as sweet as you are, networks, parents, wealth, opportunities, and you're getting up at 8, I've got a 5-hour jump start on you.
And that to me is it, man. I don't know what else to tell people. It's like we are so capable of improving our skill set. And by improving our skill set, we can fundamentally alter our ability to change the world around us.
That God I serve that done this for me, he'll do the same thing for you. Listen to me. Talk to God often. Even if you're not perfect, just talk to him every day. You don't have to be in the same faith I'm in, or you ain't got to call God the same thing I call him.
If you can see it in your mind, if you can believe it in your heart, if you have the courage to speak it, if you have the courage to own it, and the desire to work for it, you can bring it into your reality. There's nothing off limits. There are no limitations. There are no limitations of those who believe and those who are willing to work for their dream. You have to see it in your mind. Before you can see it in your reality, you have to be a visionary picture. Everything you want so clearly in your mind until you can see it right in front of you. Write it all down on a piece of paper, create a vision board. Then you will have evidence in the future, evidence of the amazing power of your mind, the amazing power of...
Suffering is when you're like, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine is a very famous Indian industrialist and billionaire guy. And he just recently took a sport in India that's been around 2,000 years that almost every village child plays, and he turned it into a professional sport. No one had ever made a professional sport 2 years ago. He invested, I don't know, I'm making the number up, $20 million in it. In 2 years, the sport is so successful in India that 500 million people watched the finals 2 months ago. 500 million people, right? So 500 million, that's how it is in India. And people are saying this is going to be as big as, for them, cricket is the ultimate thing, right? Like big as cricket. So his team valuation, I'm making the number up, I think it's gone to like $500 million in 2 years from, $25 million. And his team is number 2 in the whole world, right? Wow. He's got these great players. So I'm with him and he gets a phone call. And he's just got done telling me about this great success and where it is and how proud he is and how everyone goes to the games and people are so thrilled and it's just become this movement in India and he's so proud of it.
Like, I don't care who you are. If we're traveling to the same city and I take off 5 hours before you, 9 out of 10, I'm going to get there before you get there. Right. So my trick is I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I didn't know who my biological father was. It took me 12 years to get a degree. So I wake up earlier because that guy who is deeper than I am, who has more advantages or opportunities than I have, when we get our contract to that same company, when my contract gets to that guy, that CEO reads my contract at 3:30 in the morning. He's like, this dude is serious.
Wow.
So I know this guy graduated magna cum laude, but he sent me his contract at 9. Eric sent his at 3:30. Like, you got to give me a shot. You got to give me at least an interview, right? For the 3:30 thing, you got to give me an interview.
And he gets this phone call, and the phone call is from his management team telling him that one of his competitors has just offered 4 times as much money as he was offering to his top 3 athletes, who are the core of his whole team. And of course, they all took them, right? And he was so angry. He was like, I can't even believe this. These guys were working in shops, and I brought them here, and I made them a star on national television, and they have no loyalty to me. And he's suffering. And the way you suffer is you focus on yourself.
Right.
Suffering comes when we obsess about ourselves, what we're getting or not getting, what we should have done, what others should have done for us. It's the me game. Suffering could be worry, it could be anger, it could be frustration. It's anything that takes you out of a beautiful state. And here's what people don't get. You can end suffering.
So what I'm trying to explain to people is my ritual is I'm going to beat you to the spot. I'm going to beat you to the spot. That's what it's all about, right? For those of us who play basketball, or those of us who play football, sometimes it's not about being the greatest talent. It's about beating a person to the spot. So if I beat you to the spot and I got an open shot, it doesn't mean I'm the greatest, but I beat you to the spot, right? I created my own shot. I created my own space. That's what the crossover is about. The crossover is about creating your own shot, creating your own space. And the way I have become a millionaire, and the way I've become one of the top motivational speakers in the world, nobody knew who I was 6-7 years ago, is that I created space. I've given myself an advantage that others don't have. And is it hard? No, not really. You just wake up earlier. You can take naps during the day if you want to, right? So it doesn't mean you have to stay up the entire day, but it does mean you have to get to the spot before everybody else. So it kind of looks like the first hour, I'm really a dude of faith.
If all you ever do is led by what is in front of you, reacting to the life in front of you, you will never move beyond the life that is in front of you. You have to be able to see outside of your current situation. You must be able to acknowledge where you are in life, but know you are capable of creating so much more. Know that where you are right now is not your life view, or where you are right now because of your past decisions and your past beliefs. Now it's time to sum up the courage to ask for better to believe, and better to believe magic is on the way. Now it's time to get what you deserve in life. We don't get what we asked for, we get what we asked, and work for nothing in life. We'll work without the work, no book, no seminars, no audio tape, no gurus, nothing.
And as you realize, whoa, building these skills lets me actually change the world around me, now all of a sudden, it's just sort of one belief after another begins to implant itself in your mind based on what you're able to do. And then as you hit a roadblock and you stumble and you fall, that's sort of that next thing. How do you deal with failure and all of that? But as you work through this stuff, I ended up compiling 25 beliefs, which you can actually download for free. Just type Impact Theory Belief System. And you will see the 25 things that I onboarded into my mind in order to have the kind of success that I have now. And what I was trying to onboard is really just the principles of a growth mindset.
But listen to me, you do have to call him though. It's not gonna make your life easy. I made a t-shirt one time that said, faith don't make it easy, faith makes it possible. All you want is the strength to get through your life. You know, I've been going through a lot lately. Somebody sent me a plaque. You know what it said? It said, on the days that I feel like I'm not gonna make it, on the days that it feels like I can't endure anymore, I think back on my track record for surviving all my bad days. And so far, surviving all my bad days, my track record is 100%.
Nothing will work if you don't, but I'm not talking about doing work you hate. There's no need for that when you do work you love. It's not working you do need to do something, but you do it because you love doing it, not because you have to, and that's what the magic is created. You add value to others. By doing what you want to do, and you get rewarded, what you want is not going to come to you by just dreaming about when you get in your car to go somewhere you would never expect to arrive at the destination. But just closing your eyes and dreaming of them, you know you can't get there instantly. You must know where you're going, but you also understand that right now you are here, and in order to get to your destination, there is going to be a journey.
And the things that you need to do and believe in order to constantly be moving towards your goals. It's really rudimentary. It isn't me making things up. It is simply me looking at the nature of the way the human mind works in concert with all these other people and the society that we've created for ourselves. And if you act in the following ways, if you believe the following things, if you create the following rules, then you will move forward. It just is the physics of the human experience. So you can shortcut it by going and reading the 25 beliefs, or you can just start with that same core first principle of humans can improve at anything they put the time and energy into improving in, and then it's just like you see it play out in your life. Also, you could go to the gym. The gym, in fact, this is one of the things that I did. By changing your body, you will realize, oh my God, if I'm disciplined, consistent, and I learn about this stuff, I can radically transform my body. I
know a lot of very, very rich people that's miserable, not happy at all. I can bet you most of you are happier than most of the people I know. And I know some very, very wealthy people. And money don't make you happy. It helps you through a lot of situations. You know the only thing about money? Money takes all emergencies and turns them into mere inconveniences. That's what money does. Really, other than that, it's a lot to come with money. But if that's your desire to get more of it, you got to ask God for it. If you want to be happy or successful, you got to ask God for it. Most people don't have the life of their dreams because you don't ask God for it. The scripture says you have not because you ask not. It's a very simple scripture, but listen to me. If you up your ask, he will up his give. If you change what you ask God for, he immediately changes what he gives to you. It's a scripture that's available for everybody. It's not just for rich people.
There might be roadblocks, detours, stop signs, even breakdowns, but if you really must get to that destination, you will find a way you would never stop halfway and turn around because of a detour, a setback, or an obstacle. Just take whatever path leads to your destination, even if it wasn't the path you planned on taking, even if it wasn't. The easiest path life is no different if you want something, anything in your life. You must first know where you are, and then you must know what it is going to take to get there. You make a commitment that no matter what happens, I will reach that destination. If I have to go the long way, I'll go the long way. If I have to learn a new way, I'll learn a new way. If there are detours, roadblocks, or breakdowns, I will keep going, fix these, or get patched up, but I will never quit.